the hair and makeup artist was indigenous, the photographer was indigenous, and the models were indigenous. However, the clothing that we wore and posed with, like for the photo shoot, none of it was like, indigenous made. I mean, there was like some accessories,
Mhm.
it clearly I could see like the clothes were, from a commercial, mainstream, like, Urban Outfitters,
Okay.
Hollister, American Eagle. And it just like dawned on me. I was like, you know what? Like we have like all these like, artists. I was like, why aren't the clothing, like by like an indigenous person?
Mhm.
And so I experienced that. I wasn't too much as far as the front person, being on the runway and stuff like that. I felt uncomfortable, but I just had like this like strong fascination with like the behind the scenes and like the designers that were up and coming. And I know how to sew. I grew up with like a lot of seamstresses, like my
Okay.
aunts, grandmas.
Is that
They
where you learned from?
Yeah, I'm self-taught, and so just, like, observing because, a lot of, indigenous people are visual, learners.
Mhm.
We've
I could
learned.
definitely
Yeah,
100% say that
yes.
myself.
We learn by watching, and we've been taught to do that.